And I just heard that United Healthcare CEO that they had implemented AI machine learning in order to run their claims.
Yeah, it was like 50% wrong.
90% wrong.
Oh, yeah, 90%. 90% wrong, I'd be pissed off.
90% of the claims were incorrectly categorized because they relied on AI to do all the categorization for them.
Seems like
and do all their approvals.
Seems like they weren't pulling from the right language model.
And it's like, wait a second. 90% is huge failure. No wonder people are pissed.
Yeah, especially if you know your claim is completely legit.
And I'm looking around, seeing all this AI being implemented to make decisions on our lives. And I'm like, dude, the test was a healthcare company, that's some of the largest healthcare companies in the world, and they feel that 90%, and we're not gonna be like, hey, wait a second, let's pause real quick. Something went wrong. People got so mad that they shot at us. Maybe we should reconsider this, or maybe figure out what went wrong. Instead, they're like, oh no, like we got 10% right. Let's just keep on going.
That's an interesting logic path you've created. It's like we're using AI. AI is hurting people. Our CEO got killed. Probably AI is maybe not the right thing. There's, say correlation doesn't have causation, whatever. There might be some correlation.
I'll take any dots and connect them I want.
That's what we're doing here. I mean, but yeah, man, I think, and we talked about this in the previous, I think that's exactly what happened. I think his grandma or his mom or whoever it was got rejected, and it was a traumatic event. And like I said in that podcast, desperate. You don't want to ever tempt a desperate man because a desperate man will do anything, right? And so this Luigi guy got to a desperation point where he felt like there was no other thing for him to do.
But I don't even want to say it was desperate because the amount of thought and preparation that has gone into this entire escapade is pretty crazy.
But couldn't you, in desperation, be deeply activated to create a scenario in your mind where you're like you have to plan it all out? Don't you think that's when your desperation has moved into madness and now you're consumed by this thing?
Because right now I've been following it and I can't stop following this story.
See? Descent into madness.
Which is this 286 theory.
Oh, yeah.
So the 286 theory is that this number 286 has something to do with Luigi Mangione and kind of the whole assassination of the CEO.
Yeah.
Apparently, his Twitter profile had 3 pictures, and one of them was a Pokemon, and the Pokemon number is 286. He had 286 posts in his Twitter feed at the time that it happened. The McDonald's he was arrested at was 286 miles from the point of the assassination.
You gotta love the internet.
Internet's fantastic sometimes. The code 286 is what involves the denial of claim within the healthcare code system.
Of course.
And I think Proverbs 286.
There has to be a biblical reference, of course.
I gotta find it.
There has to be a biblical reference, of course. You see, that's why the internet is so great. The internet is great for 3 reasons, if you didn't know this. The internet's great for cats, for prawn, and for conspiracies. Right?
Proverbs 28:6. Better is a poor man who walks in his integrity than a rich man who is crooked in his ways.
Of course. Of course. Of course.
So this guy left all these clues about what's going on, and then the bag that they found had fake Monopoly money in it. So now they're saying it's a Monopoly play. And if you go from New York to Pennsylvania on Monopoly, then you have to go through jail. The whole thing, I'm like, dude, this guy at the end of the story, because people are thinking this is just the first set of clues, and then that we're going to see more clues coming more, because that's going to tell a larger story. Because what we're finding out is this United Healthcare CEO was a corrupt guy. They found tunnels in his house. And they're going to find out that there's more to this story.
There always is.
And this guy's going to be like Kaiser Sose, you know? Like he's going to walk off with a limp, you know? And we're going to find out. Or he's going to be like Kevin Spacey in 7.
Oh, Yes.
where he goes after all these bad people. Was he a good guy? Of course not. He was not a good guy because he killed people.
Yeah.
But there's a larger story at play.
Well, Kevin Spacey in Seven, he didn't actually commit any of the crimes. He just created the scenario in which the crimes needed to happen.
No, I think he chopped the person's head off.
Well, because he chopped the spoiler alert for those who didn't watch the movie Seven. One of the best movies
one of
ever.
my favorite movies of all time.
What's in the box? What's in
It's
the box? Okay.
That movie will get you thinking at a level that they don't make movies like that anymore, by the
he
way.
had to cut the head off because it was wrath and vengeance. So he had to do it. But all of the other five sins, he did not directly participate in. He created this scenario in which it had to be done for the person's salvation.
No, I think the guy that was overeating, they tied him up, said you just keep on feeding him.
Yeah, but
I think he did it.
The thing is, he didn't force him to eat. He didn't have to eat. He had the only way for him to escape.
But he tied him up.
He have to eat his
He
way
tied
out.
him up, put a shit bucket underneath him.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. But so
Watch
he was
Seven.
It was a great movie.
It's an older movie. There may be people.
What's in the box?
We have people that are between 25 and 35, a lot that watch and listen to our podcast, and you guys may not have watched this movie. It's a must watch.
Okay, so have you watched?
My favorite movies: Seven, Matrix, Fight Club.
I get it. Fight Club, Matrix.
It's
Seven.
all really anti-establishment stuff, by the way.
Can I tell you my top three?
Yes.
Matrix.
Yes.
Obviously. The Game.
Mm.
Have you watched The Game?
I don't remember that
Michael
one.
Douglas.
Okay.
Oh, you need to
Oh,
watch
now
The
you're
Game.
really aging yourself. See, this is why Peter's older.
So, and Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park.
Dude, I watched that thing 15 times in the theater, dude. It was the most amazing display of animatronics and it was the biggest graphic explosion in your pants of all in the 90s, man.
There is a safari that we go to on the weekends up north, and I told you about it. And there's a section of road where there is a gate, and you go through it, and there's a gate with a bridge. And every time I go through that gate, because both gates can technically close on each side, I think, man, if this was like Jurassic Park, because there's like animals, and there's buffalo, and there's giraffes, and there's ostriches, and all these kind of African type of animals roaming around. I'm like, man, if we got stuck on this bridge between these two gates and they closed on us, it feels like Jurassic Park. I think it all the time. I'm like, dude, this is gonna end badly.
You should introduce dinosaurs to your daughter. We actually, we should talk about sometime
If they're real or not,
if they're actually real.
or are they all dragons?
Bro, man, don't pull.